Hi Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This is your reading for June 2026. So I invite you to stay, take what resonates, leave what does not. This is my only account and I'm never going to reach out. There are scammers on this app, so I don't answer messages. My links are in my bio if you're interested in where I'm at on social media and everything. Yes, all that. If anything resonates, feel free to put that in the comments. And I'd love to know where you're watching from in the world. Feel free to let me know that as well. All right, so I'm going to get this dealt out and then we'll get started. Okay. Oops. I'm just hearing I need to pull one more, so I'm doing that. Okay. Oh, okay, whatever. Hi. Ready? Okay. So I keep getting reversal cards and I've been saying I usually don't read those, but when they fall like that, I'm going to read them. This deck, I can just see that it's going to be reversed, so when I'm pulling them, I usually don't, but if they fall, I'm going to read them, okay? So the first card coming out is Three of Wands reversed, and I'm in a really goofy mood right now. I think you might just have, like, a difficult time seeing, like, having a vision for the future. The future right now feels kind of out of touch. Maybe you're just feeling out of touch with your surroundings, like, it's just been a whirlwind of the last 6 months or so. Like you've just been going places, traveling. There hasn't been a lot of time for grounding and not a lot of time for sleep, not a lot of time for nourishing your body. I see that there is some conflict with friends right now, possibly, or family. In the challenge position, I have the, excuse me, I have the Five of Swords. I think there's some ego, like your ego got bruised. There's just like pettiness going on right now. My throat's closing and I think maybe some unspoken words are trapped and you're just kind of like, and you're not really sure about the future, like, of these friendships, if you can reconcile, if you can move forward in harmony. Because I see, yeah, the root of it is like, there is such a glare on these. The root of that is your friendships, your celebration, your connections. I just see in the past you were feeling really burdened, not feeling like the load was being shared, not feeling like there was equal give and take. You might have just been carrying this friendship all on your own, like trying really hard to keep the peace. And that's kind of some of that throat chakra, I think, maybe not speaking your mind, which is rare for you, Virgo, because you are very, very honest most of the time, not to generalize, but you know, the Virgos I'm connected with, they're very, I know where I stand with them. But yeah, I feel like maybe just to keep the peace, you weren't sharing entirely what's been on your mind. Something has been bothering you for a while. And I think that has to do with like family structures, not necessarily blood-related family, but soul family, people you feel connected to. This is similar to the Leo reading, like really wanting to know who your people are and who you're investing in and wanting things to be reciprocal. And as things are changing, I think you're noticing it might be time to walk away from these friendships because they don't seem to be serving you right now. And I think there's a bit of resistance to that. Because I see you holding on subconsciously, holding on to the past, holding on to even arguments, like unfinished business. Like, I can't let this connection go because we haven't talked about everything. I mean, it might be time to reevaluate, is this worth my time and energy to even ruminate or even keep the door open to reconciliation? At this point, like, has this person made any attempt to reconcile with you, or is this kind of something you're hoping will roll around at one point? Like, a significant number of things would need to change in order for this person to consider that, and I think you know that. And I think the percentage of that is not very high. So yeah, yet I see you in the stalemate energy, like I can't let this go. Maybe these are like old, longtime friends, people that at one point you felt this safety with, like you felt like they were people to show up to events with. They were people who maybe in the version you were at that point, they poured into you, they poured into that version. But now the version where you're at with elevation and healing and growth and tending to yourself and knowing your worth, it's like they're not quite at the same level, same caliber as you. And that's not to say you're better. It's just like, I think you might be focusing on different priorities. Ooh, my right ear is ringing. Yeah, I just think like you've had a lot on your mind, and you've almost been ignoring like the future, because I think you don't want to accept what the future is possibly pointing out to you. Like there might not be forward motion with this person. There might not be the right kind of energy to reconcile, and that might be painful to accept and grapple with. So I understand why you might be holding on to this, because it is a painful realization to come to, that, oh my gosh, things have changed so deeply. This person, I don't even recognize them or know them anymore, and I feel like they don't know me, and I feel like I don't have a voice with them. That's yeah, that's just like, that's super disappointing. But it's also not fair to yourself to keep yourself so small in a place where you've outgrown. And I see you are looking for balance. So what I'm saying to you is probably something you've been thinking about for a long time. Like, how do I incorporate more balance into my life? Is there a way to include this person or people, or do I need to move on completely? Like, close my energy off to them, pick up, go somewhere else. And it's like, I think you're, oh, sorry, nudity. This is the World card. I think you're a little resistant to the ending of this cycle. My nose is itching really bad. I almost feel like I need to sneeze, but I'm not going to. It's like you, yeah, you're really like, sneezing is like releasing. I think you're really just holding it in and really trying to control this outcome. Like, I want to keep this person in like my possibility of people, like options. You want them to be an option for you to fall back on if you need them. And you're having a really hard time kind of like changing with what's changing, being part of that change. It's like you're watching the change in front of you, but you're refusing to be part of it and refusing to release it. And I think that's really what's blocking you and what's keeping you from feeling like you're fully connecting with your people. It's like, if you allow yourself to stay small in places you've outgrown, and you don't allow that elevation and that change, you don't align with the correct people. You align with people who are lower vibrational and people who remind you of cycles you've already closed out. It's like you don't want to repeat anything that was painful and difficult to learn. Like you have to close this out. And I just think I keep seeing in my mind's eye like you running on a treadmill and going nowhere, but it's not like a treadmill. It's like you're running somewhere expecting to somehow make progress, but you're I'm hearing stagnation. You're stunting your growth by doing this. It's wasting time. You're needing to move, but in a very purposeful way. You're needing to make actual movement and not like halfway. It needs to be full commitment. Let's move, let's go. And it's painful. I'm not trying to force you into something you're not ready to do, because you do need to come to a level of willingness to move. But Spirit's asking you to fully close out this cycle of staying in situations you've outgrown, and allow yourself to grow and elevate. Allow yourself to feel the pain of change and the pain of release, because that does allow healing. The outcome here, I see you very tired but persevering, moving forward. There's a lot of fire in here. Like, you've got a lot of strength and gumption to move forward and choose things that are positive for you. I'm gonna, I 4 more cards I was hearing I needed to pull. So we have the Judgment card, the Fool, the King of Swords, and the Queen of Swords. So this is really cool. I kind of want to start with the King of Swords and Queen of Swords. This is a really good balance of masculine and feminine energy, not gender specific. Masculine is more of like the logic, the drive, the analyticals. And this Queen of Swords, she's not mean by any means, but she is very emotionally guarded, boundaries, healthy boundaries. She's fair though. So there's this blend of emotional intuition and intelligence, and also the analytics that need to be here for these decisions. You're really blending them beautifully. You're blending them, and that's something you're needing to do with these transitions. Treat people with kindness, but be very direct why you're not sticking around, because I think that's something these people need to hear. They need to know that they cannot disrespect you or your boundaries, and possibly there's a chance that they see it a different way. There is time for these people to also elevate and grow and heal. And it's not to say that this is goodbye forever. There might be a possibility that they could roll around again, just not for right now. I think you just need to be really clear that you've come to this inner reckoning. The Judgment card is about really coming to terms with situations that are unideal and not serving you. You need to let them know that I have made evaluations. I have realized that this is not giving to me. This is really draining me energetically. It's not helpful for me. It's not healthy anymore for me, and I need to move with the change. The Fool is saying I need to move forward. Purposeful movement, even though there's some fear about what's over this cliff. It's not going to be comfortable, but it's not going to harm you. It's going to allow growth, change, and ultimate healing for you to align with the correct people in your life. So Virgo, this is just a very direct and sobering message, but it is really exciting for you because you're making some positive changes for yourself in your life. And that is your reading for June. I'll see you next time.